boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Back at y'all with another one. Let's get it, man. So I watched the Adrien Broner fight last night. I could have actually seen the fight in person because it was down there in Broward County, Florida at the Hard Rock Casino. I believe that's in Davie, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's in Davie, Florida. And the reason why I didn't waste money on this fight is because I knew that Adrien Broner, I thought he was going to win, but I just knew it wasn't worth paying for the fight. When you look at the promotion of this fight, Adrien Broner is promoted by Don King. And shout out to Don King, man. He's almost 100 years old and he's still sharp as a knife, man. He's still like 100% like there. Like he doesn't, like he looks like he's almost 100, but he doesn't act like he's almost 100. Like his energy is still on 10, man. So shout out to the legendary Don King. You understand what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, Adrien Broner, he hasn't been the same ever since he fought, I want to say, Marcos Maidana. Ever since he fought Marcos Maidana, Adrien Broner has this weird habit of not letting his hands go. And I truly believe that the reason why Broner doesn't let his hands go is because he doesn't want to throw a punch and get countered and get knocked out or knocked on the ground. Because if you remember in his fight against Marcos Maidana, when he got dropped that first time, he almost fell out of the ring. And that's very embarrassing for a fighter. A lot of people don't talk about that, man, but that is extremely embarrassing for a fighter, especially when you got your kids in the audience, your wife or your girlfriend or your family, your mom and your dad, rappers that you rock with, your friends. When Broner got dropped by Maidana, he literally almost fell out the ring. So I think ever since then, I think he's prioritized I think he'd rather lose a fight and not get dropped than win a fight and get dropped 2 or 3 times, right? Like, he doesn't want to get dropped. He doesn't want to get embarrassed, right? Let's be honest. As a boxer, no boxer wants to get dropped. No boxer wants to get knocked out. You understand what I'm saying? So that's totally understandable. So with that being said, watching the fight last night with Blair Cobbs, listen, I've never heard of Blair cornering the Cobb, right? This is my first time hearing of this guy. So I went with the guy that I'm more familiar with, Adrien Broner, right? I said Adrien Broner's going to beat him. He's not going to knock him out. Adrien Broner's not going to drop him because, and that's the thing, like AB still has power. He just doesn't throw enough punches. His stamina's bad. He hasn't been active, right? And he's a scary boxer. Like, he fights scared. You understand what I'm saying? So watching the fight last night, you literally could hear everything that I think it was Adrien Broner's brother was literally trying to get Broner to throw punches the whole fight. He was screaming at the top of his lungs, "Let your hands go. Let your hands go. You said you was going to die in the ring, right? Let your hands go. Knock him out." And he ended up getting caught with a nice left hand punch by Blair Cobbs that not only knocked AB on his ass, but he actually knocked the tooth out of his mouth. If you listen to the commentator said that it was a tooth that was in the ring after Broner got dropped, and it was a tooth that came out of Broner's mouth when he got knocked on his ass. So Blair Cobbs, man, he got a little bit of power there, man. For him to not, now it could have been Adrien Broner has veneers, right? And maybe he hit him so hard that it caused one of his veneers to fall out. That's possible. Errol Spence also has veneers or dentures or whatever you want to call it, and he was scared his teeth was going to get knocked out when he fought Terrence Crawford. So yes, Adrien Broner lost a tooth last night after getting dropped by Blair Cobbs. Now, after that, I will say this though. Adrien Broner was walking forward the whole fight. Even after he got dropped by Blair Cobbs, he was able to get his feet back. He was able to get his balance back. And he walked down Blair Cobbs. He was the fighter that came forward the entire fight, right? But all he was doing was throwing a left jab. He would throw a left jab and then stop. Walk forward, walk forward. Meanwhile, Blair Cobbs is throwing 2-3 jabs and throwing a right hand or a left hand. You understand what I'm saying? I think there was 1 or 2 times that Broner went to the body, and it was effective. It didn't hurt Blair Cobbs, but it woke him up. And of course, like all of Adrien Broner's recent fights, Adrien Broner decided to let his hands go in the last 2 rounds when the fight was already over. Once the fight was out of reach and there was no way that he could have possibly came back and won, that's when Adrien Broner decided to actually throw punches. And by that point, the fight was already over. So he lost this fight by unanimous decision, and he had the audacity to tell Ellie Setback that he won the fight. The same thing he did when he lost to Manny Pacquiao. Said that he didn't lose to that boy. He basically saying he felt like he won the fight. Adrien Broner looked horrible last night, guys. I mean, he literally was throwing a left jab. He'll throw one left jab, get hit by Blair Cobbs, keep walking, throw a left jab. He'll get hit by Blair Cobbs, keep walking. That's all he was throwing the whole fight, guys. One left jab. He was never Adrien Broner, like I said, he didn't throw more than one punch at a time until the last 2 rounds. Literally. I didn't have him winning any of those rounds last night. None of them. Because he just wasn't active. I mean, you got your brother screaming, twin, throw punches, twin, throw punches. You can't win the fight. We tell you this every fight. Throw some fucking punches. Let them fucking hands go. How you expect to win the fight if you're not going to let your hands go? He can't fuck with you. And I just don't get it, because even though he got dropped by Blair Cobbs, right? As a boxer, after you get dropped, you know that the only way you're going to win a fight after getting dropped is you have to dominate. You have to win rounds. He got dropped in like the 2nd or 3rd round. So it's like, you got to get those rounds back, bro. In your mind, you should be trying to knock Blair Cobbs out. You should be trying to knock him down, right? Or you should just be throwing as much punches as you can each round. You can't, like, how does Adrien Broner think that he was going to win that fight after getting his tooth knocked out and getting put on his ass? How does he think he was going to win the fight throwing one left jab every 5 minutes, every minute? One jab a minute, one left jab a minute? Like, Adrien Broner was barely using his right hand last night. It was almost like his hand was broken or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, listen, man. Adrien Broner is 34 years old, and even though that may not seem old to a lot of people, you guys gotta remember, Adrien Broner, number one, he's an alcoholic. He's drinking. He's went on record saying that he drank lean, right? And when he's not boxing, he doesn't take care of his body. He blows up in weight. So even though he's only 34 in boxing years, he's really 40, and he showed that last night. His speed is gone, his power is gone, his confidence is gone, his ring IQ is gone, his chin gone. It's over for Adrien Broner. And with this fight, he was with a new trainer. Whoever his new trainer was, I don't even blame the trainer, because you could train a fighter, but if a fighter goes into a fight and they're scared to throw punches because they don't want to get knocked out, you can't blame the trainer. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like Deontay Wilder, where Malik Scott is just, it's different. Wilder actually throws punches. This man Broner, like, he literally was scared to throw punches in bunches. It's like just one jab. Like, so with that being said, man, I think Broner needs to retire. I think it's over. And it's sad because Broner has so much potential to, at the end of the day, he's still a multi-division champion. I think he's a 4-division champion in 4 different weight classes. So we can't take that away from him. He's definitely one of the most entertaining boxers of all time. And at the end of the day, man, he's the reason why we know Gervonta Davis. He was the one that was supposed to sign Gervonta Davis before Floyd did. So at the end of the day, man, shout out to Adrien Broner, because one thing we could say is he ain't scared to fight nobody. He fought Manny Pacquiao, he fought Sean Porter, he fought Maidana. Remember, Maidana gave Floyd Mayweather problems too. He fought in great fighters, man. So at the end of the day, man, I want to see Adrien Broner retire. I don't want to see, if Adrien Broner is gonna look like this, He's 34, man. It's only gonna get worse, and I don't want to see Adrien Broner like seriously get hurt, man. I don't want to see him go out like Wilder. So but you never know, man. Adrien Broner might need the money, man. He has a lot of kids. I'm pretty sure he pays child support. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Adrien Broner back in the ring at the end of the year, man, because he might really need the money. And he signed to Don King, man. He might be on a contract to where, you know, he has to fight. So it's unfortunate, man. I don't want to see him rematch Blair Cobbs, though. I don't think that's a good idea. I think Blair Cobbs, if they did a rematch, would probably knock Broner out. Because Blair Cobbs knows Broner can't fuck with him now. So let me know what you guys think about this video, man. Leave a comment, subscribe. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.